Hello, everyone. Welcome. Today, my name is Vex. Let's start the correct way. My name is Vex. This is stream 573. Today, I forgot my comic books. I was all ready to talk about the latest Walking Dead because it's a fucking doozy. And I really wanted to fucking talk about it. But it's gonna have to wait till next week. And then we're gonna talk about like a fucking short box. A short box's worth of comic books. But today we're gonna keep things a little chill, a little relaxed. I'm not gonna go ASMR stuff, but I've got the rain sounds going. We're gonna keep it relaxed. I want to work on my my D&D world. We're gonna work on the map first. I'm gonna redo the map that we currently have, and do it up a little bit better. And then we'll move into World Anvil if there's time. So should be fun. We can go back to World Anvil and finish up Erasteer or move on to a new area or something like that. All right. Strap in, buckle up. I'm not gonna do the voice. I'm too fucking tired today. Too fucking tired. Hey, how's it going, everyone? Sword, Frame, Pigman, Lizard. Follow the site on my account pic. Nope. I encourage.
Well. If it isn't Mr. Vex, you forgot his comics again, eh, Vex Low?
Again in all caps. I wish if it typed in all caps, like one word, it would like shout it. Because that'd be fucking cool. I have the previous couple weeks behind me. But I really want to talk about this week's books. Because these ones are actually really good. But, yeah, it is what it is. It's okay. So how's everyone doing today? Frame. Also, yeah, so I came into my room. I sat down on my chair, and this car went fucking screeching by. Like, at the speed of light. And all I heard, besides the engine of the car, was Never Gonna Dance Again. Real fucking loud. It was like the most bizarre thing to fucking jam out to at 10 o'clock at night. Top streamers, click it. Yeah, Careless Whisper. That's the actual fucking name. I'm an idiot. Thanks everyone for voting for the channel. It's free. Takes like 0 time at all. I've already done it. I've already voted. You can vote once a day. It's freebie. They were driving your home? Oh, fuck. Maybe it cut off some words. But they were driving by my house. Yo, if that person was like, stream 573, cool, I'm about to design a custom overlay for you. Dungeons and Dragons is legendary. That'd be amazing. I'd have an awesome conversation with that person. But between their name and them asking us to go to his account, like, fuck off. Get out of my goddamn channel. I don't care if you, like, come into the channel and, like, have conversations with us and say, like, oh, I'm a streamer too. Like, these are the games I play. It'd be cool if we could, like, play some games together, something like that. A little bit more friendly. But he, like, definitely said that shit, then just, like, left. Totally follow me on Twitter so I don't have to spend Dragon Souls. Saving them for mod in 5 years? Hey man. Someone's gonna be the first one to get that. Pick a card thing. I never do the pick a card. I always do the pick 6 out of the 30. I have like wait a second. Wait a second. Come here. Come a little bit closer. It's just water. I forgot to put the goddamn G Fuel in it. I'm sitting here shaking it. Do you want to buy the mod thing anymore now that you're VIP? VIP doesn't give you anything other than like talking in sub chat, which I don't use. So. But Sword, you are a VIP. I think I gave Aiden VIP too. You're still special? Yeah. You get a different kind of badge. Disagree with what? Eventually we'll get to playing some kind of game. So how's everyone doing tonight? How's everyone's Wednesday? The beginning of Thursday for some of us. Anyone play Scream or Ghostface? You being important? Nah. Someone says you're not important. Punch him in the fucking face. Oh, I can update WonderDraft? How do I update? Just like not letting me do anything? Hang on. Okay. Wait, what? I already bought this, dude. I already bought WonderDraft. I'm not gonna buy an update. Oh my god. This is stupid. I can't just update it on the app? What is happening? So I'm trying to update the app, the WonderDraft app, which is going to be our map maker. But I have to like attach my link from my original email that I got from buying it. Like, what the fuck? Because it's a one-time purchase thing and it's like this like CSS made thing. Like this is so bizarre, dude. Okay, well, okay, I'm downloading the new one. Okay, we're good. We're good, easy peasy. I have to download it. Just a different one. That's not an update. I just have to download the whole thing again. You modded your Fallout 4 again? So you played that for a while? What mod does you use? Trying to climb on Smash? Nice. Sitting here literally trying to get Mjolnir in Ultra Sun. How come it didn't work? What is that Pokemon? Anyway, did you spell that wrong? Okay. Got the new one. Wonderful. Alright, let me get the old map out so we can at least reference that. Do-do-do. How did I get this? How did I get this, dude? I think I took a screenshot while doing something. Okay, so this is our map. Why did it... Oh, this is not the right one. Mjolnir is one of the evolves that... One that evolves into the other one. Okay. Nice. Don't know what that means, but sure. Oh, that evolves into fucking Toxapex? Is it Toxapex? Yeah, yeah. Evolves into... I didn't fucking know the name. Idiot. Okay. I got it now. This is our map. Most of the graphical mods, especially the character creation. I've not seen any of the character creation mods. I imagine there's some pretty cool ones. You need Toxapex for Rock Trial. Yeah. I'm excited for the new fucking Pokemon, dude. You have no idea. I'm so glad that there's gyms. And it's like Breath of the Wild, but Pokemon. Question of the day. Question of the day is, if you had to make a guild, what would you make? You haven't seen any trailers? Oh, the direct came out today. Hairstyles and eye colors for Fallout 4. Nice. I didn't spend very much time with my Fallout 4 character. It kind of looks very basic. A little disappointing, but whatever. You want to go in somewhat blind? Makes sense. Makes sense. Where we kill people with techie swords, just like a gaggle of Genjis. Just a gaggle of Genjis. Okay, so this is our world so far. I want to redo things. and spruce it up a bit. Maybe make some things not as small or make some things bigger. Change up the way some of the mountains are looking. Change up the rivers. But I have to keep the general sense. A group of Genjis that every day we watch anime. Oh, good. Just sitting around with your technology swords. The fuck? I just want to take a stab at it, you know? Because, like, this could be... Oh, what? Did I use 1920 by 1080? I have no fucking idea, dude. Full HD, probably. And I used... pastel? Sure. Yeah, okay. Whoa. That's a little one. Whoa. I think I want to use 4K. That way I can at least zoom in, not have it look like complete trash. So let's get the picture. Wish I had 3 fucking monitors, dude. Might have to put my glasses on. I can't fucking see. So far away. Okay, so we're gonna start with the land raising tool. This brings the land out of the sea. Actually, maybe I won't do that. Let's just paint with some fucking blocks. So we've got this like upper dude. That's way too big. Got this upper thing going on. That at one point was attached to all this shit. All got broken up. We got this portion down here. So we've got Swords Guild. What other guilds would we make? I've made like 10 guilds, so I'm not even going to answer this question. And then we've got like a little blip and a little blip and a blip. And then this big ass, I think I still want some water here. And it's like, whoop. And it kind of comes in, because like this part here could be like shifted into it. Like at one point it broke apart, you know? You would just, now I'm saying if you had to make your own guild, like, you know, one that's not been used before, okay? Okay. I still don't know if the canvas size is big enough. I guess I could just open the original, but I kind of want to try and screw with some stuff. I might just open the original world file and see if I want to make changes on that. So I think with this new update they've added some stuff. Okay, so we take this. We take the ground lowering tool. We start going to town. on like the edges. Because you don't want it to look like this, right? You don't want it to be straight, you don't want it to be... I don't know if I want to do this. I liked my original map so much. I've started to build the lore around it. Maybe we could... Is there a way to transpose? Okay, we're gonna do this again. I think I've got an idea. No. Okay. Sorry. Okay. Okay. Trace, grid, frame, scale creator. Do I have to open? I'm so fucking confused. I think it's this one. Oh, fuck. What did I do? Okay. Okay, yeah, it's definitely this one. There's a way to, like, take a section of this and zoom in. So I can, like, really define shit. I don't even know what I'm trying to do. I'll be right back. I need to stand up and stretch. I gotta clear my head. I'm sorry, guys. I'll be right back. Okay. Sorry about that. I think I know what I was trying to do, but I don't know how to get there. So there's a way to like create scale so that you can get like this portion of the map, but in like this size of a page, so that you can really zoom in and get like trees and things like that in there, and different cities and whatnot. So I want to try and do that. So this like scale maker only like literally makes a scale, right? Well, what? Yeah. So like, let's change these numbers. It's tough because I didn't properly start this world. I kind of just jumbled and did everything at once. This is the first time I had done anything like this. And I really like the map because it's what I've come to know as I've worked through things. So I don't necessarily want to start over and see what I can do again, but maybe I should, you know? Maybe I should. So how do I change the fucking numbers? I also don't know like how big I want the map to actually be. Because if I make this like, this is 500 miles scaled, like that's ridiculous. Because this could just be like a big ass country. I don't know, I am less thrilled with this. I am so overwhelmed by the things that need to be done that I don't know what to fucking do. Because I think some things could be tuned, but I just don't know what. Like, I don't even want to focus on this stuff. I definitely want to focus on like this area here. Which is why I was trying to get a spot for it to be like overlaid. Trace tool maybe? Whoa. Is it in Lawthorn? Nope. Can I even select? Yeah. I don't even know where you find the files that this thing saves. So I don't think it saves in pictures. Oh, in documents. Oh, God. Alright, well, that's fucking trash. So... A lot of the YouTube tutorials that I've watched on, like, map making and things are all fine and good, and they're like, okay, well, you do all this stuff, and this is what you got. This you got access to, you can make some land, and you can make some fucking trees and shit. But they don't tell you how to focus in, like really get in and determine what's going on. I guess I'm not going to change the map, like physically. I might add some things. Like I think I want to add some forest and mountain ranges here. Let's see what we got. Definitely scale it down. Does this mountain range like intersect the other stuff? Does it leave Amberfall in like a valley? Amberfall would have to be like part of the chain. I feel like these are just like slightly too big. The thing is, I don't know enough about geography and like plate tectonics. We've gone over this a couple times, and I'm just like not well versed. I could also just like populate this whole area with some trees, and then erase whatever I'm not feeling. I did that a couple times before. Get some other flavors in here. Clearly this is not what it's going to look like. We can erase just like here and there. And now it's just like a little bit denser. Just take off some of the stragglers. Kind of like the mountain there. Arlond, it's not Arlond. Fucking Amberfall itself is on a fucking mountain, but I don't know how to portray that. But it's like one singular mountain. Beep. There you go. Does that feel a little better? Have some forest in here. Some hills. We got hills. We got hills. Somewhere. Are these hills? Low mountains. Low hills. Oh, those are some fucking low hills. Can you make changes in height with the app? Sorry, like height of the mountain. Like I could. We got that, and then we got like that big mamma jamma. We've got that hill. We've got some rolling hills. Shit. I definitely want to spend some time just like populating this, making it look a little denser, you know? Whoa, I just made it way big. As things, all I know is like, you know, you can't really have a coast. I mean, I guess you could have a coast. I'm a fucking idiot. I'm trying to relate these to, like, the geography of these coasts to the U.S. And it's just like it's not how that works. I don't know how I like some of this stuff that's going on. I think these hills might be too big. I don't know. I mean, like, one part of the map is higher than the other part of the map? Oh, yeah. So there's this. There's the raise landmass that literally raises it out of the water. And you can do kind of like this thing. You can make it like way rougher. Or like super round. And then the other one is lowering it back into the ocean. It's kind of cool. There is also... What is this? I don't know if I like those. I thought that there were... Oh, you know what? There are things that are like separating heights. Let me see if I can find something. Maybe they're not in this pack. No, there's not like a raise the ground kind of thing, which you know, it's not a 3D map maker, so it kind of makes sense, but it kind of sucks too. Okay, so there's these things. So you have like that. Connected to that. That connects to like that. Now you've got this little valley that kind of reminds me of Mr. Burns. You know, that's his forehead, that's his nose, that's his mouth. Smithers. That's not how he sounds, but you know. So these are kind of cool. And like if I ever made like a map of Amberfall, it would include these. Because you can make some pretty fucking boom. You know? Exactly that. That's the word I meant to use. I don't know how I feel about these hills though. Does look like him. Yeah. What other kind of hills we got? Pend Hills? Pendle Hills? Kind of like these smaller hills. You liked it more without the hills? Like this is a very this is a style, you know, with no hills. Everything's flat. But I like want to show that there's like shit here. to put some more fucking trees here. Because this is a hilly area. We've described it as such. So it needs to be. But I don't know if that needs to be shown. It could just be told, you know? How many more fucking hills are there? Oh my god, the foresting. Got a Corsola? Do your best to imitate the sound of a Corsola in chat. Finally, that's what a Corsola sounds like the Swinub, they look so cute. Yeah. Swinub are pretty cute. Okay, so we've got a bunch of different trees. I really like using the willow trees, but I can't use any more of those. Okay, we've got some cedar tree. Oh, that's a big tree. Don't need no big trees. Use a poplar tree. Pew, 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 pew. It's the forest. Lots of trees. A bay tree? No. Where's oak? Yeah, give me some oak trees, dude. Oh god, no. It's tough because you have to, like, play with the placement rate, because obviously, like, a line of trees doesn't look good. But if it's, like, spaced out enough, it might. And this area has been kind of cultivated, so we have to keep that in mind, too. Like, there's so much. I can catch one for you. You don't have a childhood? You never played any DS Pokemon games? What? The first Pokemon game on the DS, Diamond. 100% the best Pokemon game. Also, I don't know if I did. But motherfucking, let's fucking praise Lizard again. For 6 months, dude, that's half a fucking year. That's a long time. Okay, so we've got some more things to do. This is also why I'm not doing ASMR. My voice has been fucking up all day. What was I gonna... Oh. I want to get, like, these things. These, like, little patches of field. Let me see if there's any others. Game Boy was the only Nintendo console you ever had? And the GameCube? Yo, GameCube was worth it, though. Almost have a year and a half, but props a little... Yeah, you're right. Praise be to all the subs, you know? And all the people that aren't subbed, you know? Because they're great, too. So I guess it's just these. Because this is Orm's Orchard, and he's got his little farmer pal. Nope, not those. Got this. That does not translate well. I mean, that's obviously kind of shitty. What if we did one of these? Oh, that's as small as it goes? Why are these so oblong shaped? So you can do that? I don't know. Maybe I should be focusing on this type of stuff if we do a map that's like zoomed in. And then when it's like this scale, we should focus on like mountains and foresty areas and like rivers. I don't know. Mjolnir appeared? Oh shit. Good job, dude. You did it. You did it. That sound is it's saving. This is also, I don't know, I wanted to make a new map. I probably will try to make a new map. Maybe in about a half hour, once I'm done screwing around a little bit here. Just because I think maybe I'm growing too attached to this and I can't see like as many faults as I would like to avoid, you know? Like, maybe this mountain range isn't actually the coolest, you know, and maybe if I try something else, it'll look a little bit better. Yeah, who knows? I just don't want to have to place all the fucking cities again. The ones that have names are the only ones I actually care about, but, like, fuck. I wonder if there's, like, oh, there's, like, colors as well. I can paint with all the colors of the fucking wind. Yeah, the little dots are things that I were like, okay, a city could live here. Or a town. There's like town, city. Fuck, where's the goddamn? There, nope. Where's my pointer? There we go. The regular dot's a town. The dot with a circle is a city. The circle with the star is a capital. I also want to flesh out this area down here because I want the main arc of my campaign currently. I think I want it to go like they come from Steve, the characters. They march over to Earsteer. And then they're like, oh shit, we gotta go back. Because we gotta go deal with these shits that's going on in Schhalsen. That's a spooky place in the Withered Woods. Then they complete that, and then they go back. And then maybe they have to I want them to go like northern. I want them to get, it might only be a one shot, but at some point they're going to reach, maybe if they go visit Granite Landing or something, at some point on one of the coastal areas, there's going to be like a Lich Tower. You want a Sandy Gas before you go to the trial? Dude, Sandy Gas is a weird ass fucking Pokemon. Spooky, scary skeletons. Turns into a fucking sandcastle? Yeah, yeah, yeah. I know what Pokemon are. I fucking play the game. I play the game, play the card game. I sell the card game. It's a fucking sandcastle. So at some point, they're going to come in and get to like a Lich's area. Then they're going to come over to Kirazan. And then they're going to make their way to Amberfall. You're a Pokemon professor. I am a goddamn Pokemon professor. Like legit, actually. I am both a tournament organizer and a judge. I am a super professor. And before you fucking say it, my professor name was my professor name before the fucking Pokemon Go, dude. So I don't want to hear it. So then they go to Amberfall. And I think I want their campaign to conclude at this tree. I haven't named the city, but I want it to conclude here. As of almost like a battle over this tree. Maybe at some point they'll visit Arlon because, you know, it's the main capital on this side. Send me a GIF. I'm running a Pokeballs. Spin some stops, dude. I never send anyone gifts. It's rough. It's hard to remember. Yeah. So I mainly want to focus on this stuff. But like, I like the idea of this southern reach with the elves in this dead zone. I should also make a map of all the fucking leylands. Don't go outside, moron. You'll get burned. The sun is literally trying to kill you. Don't go outside. Stay inside. Play Pokemon. You catch Pokemon? Yeah. I think he's playing the DS game. Catch a Pokemon. So maybe this mountain reach and mountain pass gets like smaller down here. And like maybe connects via big hills, low mountains. Yo, what does this look like? Whoa, not that far, please, sir. Let's come over here. This lonely desert capital. I'm just gonna populate this a lot. Are they just like smaller versions of the other fucking mountains? Found a Ghastly? Nice. Never gonna dance again. Kind of like the way that these mountains look. They're all like kind of the same, which kind of sucks, but I've never used those. I mean, they're good. They're good low mountains. I guess I could use them to like connect this portion here. High mountain. What are the different shapes? Boom. Maybe I'll use one of those for Amberfall. How we do this map is like the burns you did earlier. Make it look like there's a beach everywhere. At least that's how I see it. Now it looks like there's a beach. Oh yeah, you're right. You're right. There's like there's no elevation. There's definitely some elevation discrepancies. I don't know how to say it, but definitely, I'm definitely working in that direction. So let's blend these a little bit. Just lost that city. And erase some. Oh, not that much. Still kind of populated. Kind of like that. I don't like maybe how far this goes out this way. Seems like very jagged and wide, which like doesn't make much sense. I could put some low mountains here too. BRB, alright. Alright, boy. Whoa, those mountains are big uns. Let's get rid of the big ones. So if I like sporadically take things out, kind of makes sense. Because then it's like random. It's gonna look planned. I don't know how else to describe that. I'm not a master map builder. I'm sure at some point, like I said, I think in a little bit I want to actually sit down and redo the entire map as a whole. And see where I go. See where it gets me. Definitely gotta add some forest and shit. Like this area? Yeah, let's see. How do we want to do this? Can I rotate these? Yeah. I definitely want this to be a kind of like low, set into the ground, dead, dried up, broken part of the land. So I think I'll have like a ring, kind of like outside this way, leading in, you know? Maybe. Ow, fuck my leg. Ow. I wish they weren't like just strictly brown. I thought they would be like color fillable, kind of like these mountains. They're like the color of the ground that they're on. And if I like paint a color there, it'll change. So let's use this, but rotate it. Oh God. Is that... Does not translate well. Check Discord. Which cord? Discord. A ghastly? Where do you want to send spooky? Oh my god, you didn't even spell spooky right. So maybe there's like a low entrance here, and then like this whole area is gonna be like set into the ground. Maybe we have it like this, a little more dramatic. Boom. A wee moe, a wee moe. Mr. fucking Burns, dude. Oh my god. I can't stop thinking about that. Fucking Mr. Burns, man. Oh, that does not look good. That does not look good either. Okay, so this is definitely the part that we can't see. They're just like all gonna have to be the same. I guess we could alternate them. There could be a road here. Which way is that? Okay, I needed the complete opposite direction. No, it doesn't look right. Yeah, you can see it's a like a witch's head. Now it's not Mr. Burns anymore. It's like the it's like a brow line, nose, mouth here, and a big ass fucking chin, just like a crooked chin, you know. What the fuck, dude? Kind of like that. So now we've got some depth going on. It's like colored a little bit. It looks like little, it's little feet. I'm gonna, so, you know, humans, what's that called? Pareidolia, where you interpret random images or patterns of light and shadows as faces. Pareidolia. This is what I keep going through. Because, like, this looks like little feet, and this is like a little body. These are like maybe two eyes. God. I need to stop. So these don't have to just be desert cliffs. They could be any sort of cliff. I wish there was more. I think there's more, like, I installed a like a pack of these images that people have used, like these templates, and I got this big ass tree from it. some of these top-down stuff for building a city. I wonder if there's ones for like cliffs and shit. Used to think random clothes in your room were scary and mean faces when you were like 5 to 8. My god. Spooky, scary. So, ow. Do you think that we should... Here, let me see something. We can easily emulate Amberfall. I want to see what it would look like with like this kind of cliff stuff around it. Or should I even use that kind of thing? Should I just make it like a an actual thing? Like an actual crevasse. I know I'm not using actual words. And come down here and like build this into it. I mean, it's like super pixelated, but... Oops. I don't know, I don't like the way that looks. I wish there was a, like, actual raise the ground button. Hey, what's up, Ranger? You've built a ranger? Oh my god. Yeah, man. It'd be fun. Maybe we could put cliffs around this region, like into the fucking water. Those do not look good at all in the water, because it's still brown. It's not clear, so it doesn't take the color of whatever's underneath it. I'm gonna read spawn. Where can you start? Literally the issue that just came out like last week. Spawn 297. 297, 298, 299, 300 are going to be the landmark issues that are retelling some stuff and going through a history of some stuff, and it's going to be a good one. Or you could start at number 1. Yeah, you can read the trade paperbacks starting at volume 1, because that collects issue like 1 through 6. Guess we should keep going with this stuff around this whole area. Don't need that. There's only like 8. There's not many choices. They're also drastically different. You know the origin? Yeah. Do do do. It's coming together. Come together. See, you can't like really rotate these things. They're designed to be a specific way. It's really hard to do anything without it. Like, what direction is this supposed to go? Which is creepy, but way cool. In some lake, they have a statue of Jason Voorhees underwater. Oh, God. Jesus Christ. No thanks. I can also mirror them. I forgot. Okay. Maybe put one back here. Oh, they don't have it mirror the other way. What is shuffle symbols? Oh, I see. I see. It just picks a random one in the list and changes it to it after you use one symbol. Okay. So that bit of land is now set down a bit. This rain noise is making me tired. Thanks, Ranger. Oh, you mean the Jason statue? Yeah. Would you want to like take the Jason statue? You want to go see it? Get some scuba gear. And go hang out with it. Alright, let's get some fucking trees. Leafy tree. Wow. I know I said don't go in a line, but I don't know how far I want this forest to fucking go. This forest could just like take up the whole area. I think the road between Kirazan and Amberfall should be relatively clear. I don't think I want any mountains like directly near it. Just thought about that. There can be some near it, but I don't want them very close. (6'8"? Holy shit. That's fucking tall. Got trees growing everywhere. You need trees? I got trees. I got trees on my eyes. I don't even know if I'm gonna like this setup with trees. I need to lower the density. I said I'd need to lower the fucking density. Holy shit. Would elm trees even grow in the fucking mountains? No. What are you doing, you goof? Larch tree? What the fuck is a larch? Maybe we take out all of these fucking trees. Just replace them all with pine trees. How far back can I go? Not very far. Definitely putting a lot of pine trees here. I don't know what happened, but I kind of just like made a forest. Makes the area around Amberfall a little bit more interesting. Instead of just being like a flat plain of nothing. Not sure how it looks yet, but let's see. This looks very busy. This style of map is kind of... Hey, Crafter. How you doing? The map was looking like it was going to be like a... Like, I like the look of it when it's like zoomed in. You got some trees and shit going on. But like when it's fully zoomed out... Just like a big fucking blob. Not sure how I feel about that. So I'm running some stuff. Same, dude. I'm bad at map creation because I've never really done it. So this is where we're at. In a brawling match, you'd be Jason. You think? You think? Fuck him up because he's got no knife? Yeah, no. Maybe I should stick to like one kind of tree. Or maybe two kinds. I think I want to get rid of all these. Whatever we use, elm or something. Just use like the regular trees and pine trees. Oops. Literally none of this matters. I don't know why I'm spending so much time on these fucking trees, but it's my fucking world. So fuck off. Crafter, have you used Wonder Draft before? You have? Are you an expert map maker? I'm gonna try my hand. So this is the first map that I made. I'm gonna try my hand at like just redoing it from scratch, just to see if I, decide anything that might be better. It's kind of tough because I have this northeastern region has to be like basically the same because of story reasons and things like that. You're far from an expert? Yes, same. Cool. I don't need people judging me. Even though I'm going individually and clicking all these fucking trees. I just don't want the big ones. Why did I put so fucking many? Holy shit. Almost there. Okay. It's a little bit more controlled. Oh, whoa. Those are way too big. I'm trying to not let go of the fucking mouse, because it only undoes so far. Like if you hit mouse 1 a bunch of times, it just like makes a bunch of trees. You know, you click, click, click. Every click is a tree. But then you can only undo like 20 steps. So if I do it 20 times, I'm fucked and have to do the same thing over. Wait for your party to figure out what the quest giver. Figure out that their quest giver is a steel dragon. Holy shit. Well, I'm assuming it's a slightly nicer than normal steel dragon. Or slightly nicer than some. These trees give like a density feel. Without giving actual density. Just because they have like a lot of art going on in the actual icon. I need to look at some other people's like really gorgeous maps to get some clues. To steal living a life of a wandering alchemist, and the wizard of the party is very suspicious of him, as you should be. Congratulations. Let's put some fucking trees out here too. It's also a little bit difficult to do with a mouse. I saw some people were using like drawing tablet pencils. Now we have this big fucking rift. I want to get rid of this giant ass mountain. I don't like that. This can kind of create the feel that I was trying to go for with Lothlon. If you imagine maybe this is much more of an isometric view. It's like maybe there's something here in this pass, and then the way I wanted the view, sorry, not Lothlon, Amberfall. Amberfall, the capital city. The way I wanted the view to be when you saw it was like a barren nothingness with just like the city and the mountain, and then the chasm around it. But this kind of gives it like it's in the valley. There's like not really much around it, but it makes more sense, I guess. BRB. Alright, crafter. Ba-da-da. And then here, the trees kind of just like stop. Like this is 100% a swamp. Maybe we can add some more of the, what are these called? Cliffs? I guess they're just called cliffs. I guess this will really kind of come through when I start to put color. I don't know. Light mask brush. Oh, here we go. Like you can paint it, and as you do, the things underneath it, or the things above it, turn different colors. Which is why I like the color fillable icons. I don't really like the cliffs because they have brown in them already. Do-do-do. Hope everyone's having a good night. It was a good day. I don't know how to connect this piece. Just hope that that looks enough like the mountain to kind of give it that look. Oh, there we go. Turn it just a bit. I wish you could flip it like horizontally. I don't know. I guess that might not actually really work the way I want it to, but uh-oh. Think I fucked up. Yeah, there's like no way to make that look good. Boop. That's what the thing sounded like. Some big ass cliff. That definitely stands out. Fitting these puzzle pieces that aren't made for each other together is kind of tough. I think maybe that's what irks me the most about these. They weren't made strictly with very many ideas in mind. They were made with a couple patterns, but like you can't, I imagine you can't make a full circle out of these. So it's very limited uses. Kind of sucks. I guess I don't need to make a full outline. There could be a lot of implied stuff. That's the same tool. I guess it's kind of hard to imply with this tool. Just kind of looks like it's, you know, like rolling up and down. Which is okay, you know. Not the worst thing. Do-do-do. God, that looks terrible. Okay, we're getting there. So I watched the first episode of the new Black Mirror stuff. It is fucking weird. But, you know, it's Black Mirror, so it's to be expected. It's like real fucking weird. Okay, good enough. Map is chugging a bit. The more things I put on it, the harder it is to render and things. Oh, what the fuck? I don't know why it just dropped a random hill in there. I think these mountains could afford to go up a bit. And stretch. Like turn into small hills over here. It kind of looks like E3 is Tuesday through Thursday. Nice. Do we know who all's going to be there? Kind of looks like Amberfall was just like carved out, like it carved out some of the mountains, which I kind of like. Gives a little bit more of a magical feel to it. And not having any forest here, it kind of makes it seem a little fucked. Which there could be a reason for, you know. I think we could afford to have some texture here. Just for some added flair, you know? I don't know how far we're supposed to go with it. Just having two there doesn't make much sense at all. I think I'm trying to combine two different map techniques of like geological or geographical depth of like different fauna or different flora and things like that, different trees, different mountains, and the simplistic like this is a mountain range, you know? I think I'm trying a little bit too much of both, but I'm not sure. Not sure what to do, you know? Like we could definitely do the rolling hills as a every now and then we get a little one. Gives it a little bit of flair. Try some other hills. I don't know how I feel about that. I'll have to do that with like literally the whole map, and I don't think I want to actually fucking do that. Okay, well, that might be it for map making today. Back was making some tea. Well, welcome back. Can't find a schedule on when they're talking about certain games. I see. Borderlands 3 and the Outer Worlds will be discussed? I imagine so. Outer Worlds is, it's coming out relatively soon. And same with Borderlands. This is like their big platform to talk about them. It might not be any, or too much new information, but... Take a look in your history. Oh, schedule? Schedule for E3? I imagine they'll at least announce the release date. Yeah. I thought there was a release date. No Dragon Age 4? How come you think they're not going to discuss Dragon Age 4? If you don't know who's coming. Most solid thing we know? Oh, I see. I see. Okay, well we can... Let's save this. Oops. Come on. I want to dive into the Withered Willows. It's only a schedule for E3, EA. Oh, I mean, does EA show off? I don't know what I was saying. New Need for Speed. More info on the new Watch Dogs. Probably, definitely more info on the new Watch Dogs. New Need for Speed would be fucking cool. So to see something new from Rockstar. Well, the last new thing from Rockstar was Red Dead Redemption 2, Star Wars Apex, BF5, FIFA, Madden Sims is the only stuff. What the fuck? I figured they'd show the new Star Wars. Apex? Really? What more is there to show about Apex? Is that the same Apex as... Well, yeah, it's on Origins. It's an E3 game, Apex Legends. What could they possibly talk about at E3? What do I name it? Loth. Oh, the other one was 9. This is 11. I want a fucking PNG. Map updates or something. Yeah, I'm not really interested in that game anymore. Yeah. It's just always been... They just like didn't fucking update it. That's the quickest way to make a game die. Like, the reason why Fortnite is still alive and popular is for the reason most people dislike it. Because it keeps changing and because it keeps adding new things and keeping itself relevant. You know, a game like Apex where you're just grinding all fucking day gets old real fucking quick. Let me see if we got this picture. Okay, cool. Get rid of that one. You want an Apex with solo play? Exactly. Solo play, duos, and trios should have been the thing. When the game launched, it was trios. I get it. It's a kind of gimmick. But like... I don't know. Alright, I'll be back in a couple minutes. I'll be back in about 2 or 3 minutes. Just going to stand up, stretch, use the bathroom, get a drink. I appreciate you guys. When we come back, we're going to do some more lore stuff in World Anvil. I'm going to focus on the Withered Willows because that is the first place I plan on sending my party after Iristir. Like, their first actual quest is going to take place in the Withered Willows, so we'll hit that up. Alright, I'll be right back. Thanks for sticking around, guys. Appreciate you. Okay. Oops. Just fucking slammed my headphones into the mic. I'm trying to scoot in. Having a chair that moves now is so fucking weird. I don't know if I like it or not. Let's move this off. I want to make this smaller. Okay. Do. So, World Anvil. We meet again. I see so many fucking unfinished articles. And I'm not going to touch any of them. I'm going to make a new one. We're going to spend the next hour delving deep into the I don't know a good descriptor word. Spooky, scary, withered willows. So let's get dashboard. Nope, not this. We need swamps and lakes. Okay. I believe just geography. Title. The withered willows. Is that an, whoa. I did capital ILL and I couldn't tell if it was 3. Whatever. Doesn't matter. Okay, a quick summary that I can change later. Withered willows. Goddamn. It's located northeast of Steve. I wanna say that it's not set into anything, like not that word, but like in this area, you know, we've got some maybe foothills. Okay, we could say that. We can say set into the foothills of the Black Downs. I can turn these into like an actual description later, but I want to just write as much as I'm thinking down right now as a description. The willows have withered, most likely due to poisoning, perhaps from a faulty ley line. The darker creatures live here. Werebeasts. What else? What else? What else? Oh my god, why does it do that? Stay zoomed in. Shaholison. How the fuck do you spell that? I'm the one who created it. Can't fucking spell it. Sure. Lies deep in the forest. We can describe that city in a new place, or a new article. That's going to be a city that's like, maybe at one point was a Unity establishment. Like a town maybe overrun by the cult that we're going against, which I think still needs a name. I don't think we've named the cult. I'm not sure why. I don't know if I want to name the cult. Do. I don't know. I can't think of anything. Okay. Lies deep in the forest. Where beasts. Something lurks below. Well. Only half of something. Maybe. So I have this idea. I have this idea that I don't know how it would play out. I think this would be a much cooler end of campaign type of thing, where there's like, okay, so I'm very, very fascinated with like old gods and Lovecraftian beings and beings from the void. And I definitely want them to be rooted in the creation of this world, in one way or another. Maybe, they came from the void and decided to fuck up the planet a long, long time ago, or they were like just here and life got planted here, or at some point they made their way here. But I like the idea of them having like a slow burning influence over certain beings that have decided to make, a cult. Because in D&D, there's always like a cult going around that's like trying to summon Tiamat or some fucking demon. I don't want to do that. I want to do some other creature. I want to do like a big old god. So there's also there's like a central theme. It's a very stereotypical theme, but there's a theme of 7, which I know is Hex's least favorite number. I want to make 7 continents. I want to. I'm scrolling through my pictures apparently. Can press Control to use the scroll wheel to zoom. Oh, okay. I didn't know that was a thing. God damn it. So yeah, we've got 7 of those. I think I put 7 capital cities. So we've got 1 in the ocean, 1 on the right, is that 1 on the right? Yeah, 1 on the right. Got Phelond. So it's 1, 2, 3. That's just a city. Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. This one is 8. I don't know why this exists. Kind of want to take that out. Hey, Miss Combine. How you doing? Hex doesn't like 7 because it's too angular, apparently. too many points. Too many points to it. So I don't like this being a capital city. I don't know why that's a capital city. It should just be a regular city. That is definitely a mistake. So we've got the 7, and then we've got the main Amberfall. Amberfall is the focal point of the world. 3 is the perfect number. You have your first full I can't read. Your first campaign in the fall. Or like second, but not really. Is it a campaign that you have made from scratch, or have made mostly on your own? This is the first time I'm making a world and a campaign on my own, with help from different Dungeons and Dragons systems, but mainly it's my own work. You're just playing in it. Your BF's best pal is making it from scratch. Nice, dude. Nice. You just don't know what you're doing? So, how come you're waiting until the fall? Is that just how long it's going to take until they're ready to start the campaign? My buddy's actually texting me about D&D right now. He keeps asking me about this goddamn Beholder. I think 8 is pretty great. So, I was toying around with that. You're in college, so you won't see any of them for another 2.5 months. Makes sense. I definitely prefer tabletop D&D. There are different ways to do D&D online, like Discord and whatnot, Skype, Google Hangout maybe. Three is also significant to me because you're a triplet. What? My sisters are twins. I've never met a triplet. So, Hex better not be fucking listening. So, there's a lot of fraternal are identical. They're identical. Yeah. They're actually going to a twin convention in Ohio, like next month or something. So there's a lot of cyclical themes that I'm playing into the campaign and into the world, and a lot of time manipulation things. I was talking earlier about how I want the characters to go somewhere to a northern coast and get to like a lich's domain. Maybe we'll come over here. Because that itself involves time, and I want, in order to, at least to me, in order to tell an interesting story, I want to like breadcrumb themes until it makes sense. And this kind of ties back into the Withered Willows. I want to breadcrumb like the idea of time manipulation, because that is the main focal point of the like reveal at the end of the campaign, which may or may not turn out to be good, but to me it's good, you know. So with the Withered Willows, I was talking about, oh, there might be, you know, what did I say? What did I fucking say? Oops, wrong one. Something lurks below. Well, only half of something, you know. That I want to be a more like a breadcrumb thing. So there's this cult that's following this big baddie. That's the big baddie, Malagar, of the campaign. And obviously, he's a big baddie. He's got a goal, and he's having trouble getting something. And that is his goal. So he's trying to do his goal. We're trying to stop him. And the cultists are trying to work out his plan. And this works back into the central theme of 7, which I've toyed around with being 8, because that would also make sense. Because, you know, figure 8 and all that shit. Maybe I'm just like thinking too much about this shit, but I don't fucking care. It's my campaign. You know, there's 7 capital cities. It's gonna be 7 continents. There's 7 leaders of Amberfall. There's 7 leaders of Steve. There's 7 big ass trees. There's the one tree there. Phelond is 1 tree. The dead tree is 3. The oak is 4. That's not an oak. I forget what that one was. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Steve is 5. 6. And then 7 up here. Why did you pick 7? I knew you would fucking say that. That's why I said I hope you weren't around to hear it. God, he's still my buddy Henry is. If you're watching, I love you, dude. But and he knows it. He tells me all the time, I'm sorry for talking your ear off. He can just go on and on and on for hours. He's got so many fucking stories. And he just keeps talking. And he's the same way in text message. And it's like, dude, I'm busy. But he's like awake at this hour because he works like night shift, you know. How did you come up with Steve? I will tell the story of Steve in just a sec. So, along with the central theme of 7, I want there to be 7 main antagonist potential dark beings of the void. Spooky. And one of them may or may not live under the withered woods, corrupting the area and the underground, you know, all that stuff. So, Steve. Steve is kind of a quick story. So in my Tyranny of Dragons campaign, the Horde of the Dragon Queen book from Dungeons & Dragons 5th edition has you stop, I think it's chapter 5, you take a portal out of a castle, because you're trying to like, you're just like always on the tail of the cult of Tiamat, because the cult's trying to like resurrect Tiamat, and you're always like one step behind them, trying to follow them, trying to figure out what they're doing, you know, things like that. So they go from the castle, they teleport away, and you need to find the teleportation device, figure it out, and teleport away as well. You get teleported to a mountain kind of in the middle of nowhere in the Grey Peak Mountains, along the Sword Coast. It's just like regular mountains, trees everywhere. And, there's a little bit of a road. You see the road, and at the end of the road, there is a hunting lodge. If you imagine like a big, like 2-story, very big hunting lodge that, at one point was used. Maybe you could relate it to like a clubhouse, that kind of thing. Like a very big, like wooden lodge. So whatever. That's a main base of the cult. One of the leaders of the cult is living there. So you go there, you fuck them up, and then you like are supposed to leave for the next town over, so you can hop on top of this like cloud giant ship and get the cloud giants to help you defeat Tiamat. So that's kind of cool. But our party is very chaotic. They have very weird morals. They'll like slaughter a lot of people, but as soon as they see like a bunch of kobolds enslaved, like cleaning things, they're like, oh no, fuck that. No. I'm gonna give this house elf my sock. It's gonna be a free house elf. So they liberated a lot of the locals at the hunting lodge after they murdered the head honcho. And they found this tapestry. This tapestry, if you imagine, some kind of curtain, whatever. When you touch it, it's a magic item. When you touch it, you get teleported. Not this time you're evil, yeah. God damn it. When you touch it, you get teleported 4 miles away from the hunting lodge. Like into the forest at a random point. Like always next to an animal. Like a goat or a deer or something. And it was like a cool, funny thing at first. Like, oh, they got, in the middle of combat, they got one person got teleported and had to ride the goat down back into combat. Whatever. But through their chaotic necessities, they took the tapestry magically with them. It was more like a, we might need this later. For no fucking reason. You don't need that later. So they took the tapestry, and throughout the rest of the campaign, the rest of this book and the second book, they went around liberating as they went. Like when they went into the cloud giant, like floating city or whatever, floating ship, they found a bunch of kobolds working in the kitchens. So they liberated the kobolds. Who they were enslaved by the cult. They liberated the kobolds and asked them all to touch the tapestry and then find the hunting lodge. And then eventually the hunting lodge got so filled with like elves, kobolds, lizard folk, that they like had to build other things to house them. So they had put all of these people to work, clearing out a little bit of the forest, building houses, as they go through this campaign. It's a very treasure heavy campaign because the cult has gathered so much treasure from across the coast. They just have access to it. So instead of just like leaving it there, having people come get it and give it back to their towns, they just like take it with them and teleport it to the fucking hunting lodge. So now they have basically unlimited gold. And they go to Waterdeep, which is one of the main capital cities in Dungeons and Dragons. And they set up a 2-way teleporter. They pay a lot of money to have this thing set up. And it's basically a commerce teleporter because Grey Peak Mountains and Waterdeep is like a 40-day trek. So they set up a portal and hire some like apprentice and like small time shops to keep, take up shop in Steve. Now named Steve because there's a bunch of buildings. It has to have a name now. It's no longer just the hunting lodge. It's the hunting lodge plus an inn plus a couple little houses plus some merchants, things like that. So this place now called Steve is starting to get a little bit more foot traffic. They get a lot of money through rent. They're getting a lot of travel because it's a new up and coming city. City built by these heroes who at this time are like level 12, so like their names are kind of well known for like trying to thwart the cult. So the next step is to just like maintain commerce, keep building things, reach out to other cities, a dwarven city, Baldur's Gate, things like that. And it eventually grows to this thing where it's like an actual full-size, full-fledged city after a couple years, after like 10 years, in the time of the new campaign. It is a fully bustling city. The tree, though, was set there because druids and I guess clerics have access to the spell called Druidcraft. And Druidcraft lets you like teleport from one tree to like any tree in 500 feet. You just like meld into the tree and come out of another one, kind of like platform 93 quarters. So they had this big ass tree magically planted, and it's like the main focal point of the city. So it's a big dominating force. You walk into the city's gates and you see a big ass fucking tree. So when Steve got moved, a force, I don't want to give it away because I know at least Hex is playing in the campaign, so I don't want to give away things. But some force moved Steve out of the D&D realm into this new realm and just plopped it kind of right there. And it severed all ties with the portals, with Waterdeep and all that. Even the structures that the portals were housed in at those cities imploded. So there's absolutely no way, unless you travel to the crater where Steve was, to know that it's gone. Everyone and everything in Steve, including the tree, was brought with us. And that's the story of Steve. Steve is a adventuring town that has produced very many adventurers. A lot of the main heroes of Steve have, resigned their adventuringness to becoming teachers and things like that, and training like the next generation of adventurers. And Steve has a major importance in this campaign. I think it is much more important as a storyteller to tell stories about the people that are playing the game rather than have them act out scenes in a story that I want to tell, if that makes sense. So yeah, anyway, there's going to be like some magical, mystical, dark beings underneath of the earth, trapped there or asleep, things like that. Very Lovecraftian type of deal. At various points, and I want one of them to be in this top corner because it's so close to Steve. it can start screwing shit up. And I want the cult to be trying to do things here. So the breadcrumb thing is starting to let the players know, like by hints, by quests, by signs, you know, maybe by even just like the cult symbol being a little bit more otherworldly. Here and there, you see these things, and eventually maybe you catch the cult in some kind of summoning ritual. And then one of the main plots in my head of something that I want to do, I don't know if it'll ever actually happen, but like you find that you've interrupted the cult so much that their power was only able to summon like literally torso up of whatever demon god thing they were trying to summon. So it's like literally you go down underground and you fight half of this thing that's just been slumbering, you know. You like how you talk about all this stuff with passion. I mean, Lizard, this has been my life for, you know, almost 2 years. D&D, you know, I've been DMing for 5 years. D&D is a major part of my life. And this campaign, with I think a total of 20 different people, the main Heroes of Steve campaign, was curated by these 20 people, not just me, over the course of the last year and a half, 2 years. And it's still going. Like we're currently in flux between this campaign and our current campaign, which is a Waterdeep heavy campaign that goes deep into the Undermountain, which is basically a big fucking dungeon. And that had slight effects on Steve, but not so much, just because it was so far away. But I'm hoping that I can get to a weekly. We're in Iristir. We're in, you know, the Withered Willows every week. Hopefully starting in July. We did a one-shot just to see if we liked our characters, and it seemed like everyone was kind of happy with it. Okay, let's get back to it. Really know what the Waterdeep campaign's about. Yeah, there's like, I'm very disappointed with that campaign. There's like no actual reason other than just like go murder the fucking crazy dude, the crazy wizard. There's like no actual reason. Like he's not fucking up Waterdeep. Like I don't know. Something lurks below. We can leave it at that. This isn't a full fleshed out description, but I just want to put down words. No sunlight reaches here. The decayed. That's not how you spell decayed. How do you spell decayed? What?
Decayed.
What? Why is it telling me to capitalize it? That's so weird. Maybe if I keep typing. You don't even have a reason to want him dead? Exactly, exactly. The decayed... Oh yeah, I just wanted more words. It was trying to predict that I wanted it to be capital. The decayed willows. Block out any and all sunlight, making it, oops, seem like perpetual night. That's not how you spell any of those fucking words, dude. More concerned about the bad guys with the weird mark on them. Well, that's like the cult. God, he's texting me about wanting to be a fucking beholder. Can you imagine that? A character player is a beholder. I want that to happen. I keep trying to make it work, but anything I suggest he shoots down. Because he's got this idea in his head, but whatever. Xanathar's Guide. You still don't know how they play into anything? Oh, Xanathar's Guild. Guide. God, that's the fucking book. You still don't know how they play into anything? Yeah. I think this book fell way short. I don't fucking know. Alright. What else? I want, what was that house? I've got my Tome of Beasts. My large book of beasts. Large. What is the name of the big house? Was it Baba Yaga? Baba Yaga? I don't think that's in this book. We've got Baba Yaga's horsemen. The horsemen never coexist with one another except within the confines of their mistress's dancing hut and the fenced yard around it. Each one must yield his presence on the material plane to his successor in rotation. Okay. We can add those guys. That seems fucking cool. Now, where's the fucking animated, like, mansion? Fuck. Oops. I don't even know if it was in this fucking book. Oh, I had them fight a fucking... This is why you're not a DM? Amongst other reasons? Hey, Chax, how are you? This is a process. It takes a lot of fucking time. You can do it in way shorter amounts of time than I do. I really take my fucking time. Because I like to go... I spent... How much time did I spend today? Fucking... Wait, what? Oh, this is number 9. Get to see my face again? What the fuck? Hang on. There we go. I spent how much time just like making this forest range or forest and mountain range when I didn't need to? There's like a bunch of different types of trees there. I didn't have to make so much detail here or down here, but you know, whatever. It's my fucking world. I want it to be fucking, you know, detailed. Yeah, but we appreciate it. What kind of character do you play, Jax? Alright, what kind of dragon? I wanted to show the dragon that the main guy was riding. Malagar. Thanks, man. Not nearly complete. Just scratch the surface. A mithril dragon. sir? Where is my void dragon, please? Going to print this map when we play it? Maybe. I want to print it when it's complete. You're actually on Pathfinder now? You're a gnome undead lord? Nice. I've never... I played Pathfinder when 3.5 existed. Like once. And then I just moved to D&D 5th edition. I've been playing 5th edition for five years. Motorcycle at 1 a.m. by the way. So this is the Void Dragon that was being ridden by our main bad guy at the beginning of the campaign. Kind of like, I framed it like a Ho-Oh thing. Like if anyone's ever watched the original Pokemon episode, like the very first Pokemon episode, you see Ho-Oh, but you're like, what the fuck is that? And it's not revealed until like literally the next series of Pokemon, like what Pokemon that is. Kind of like that. Like he was just watching over shit, and then Jet, you know. Do you guys ever play live? No, we don't play online or on Twitch. I kind of want to. Currently, we play at the shop that I manage. Just because that's kind of where everyone met, and that's where I keep meeting people. And I'd like to keep meeting people that play D&D. Yeah. Oh yeah, we play in person. Yeah, we play in person. I would like to be live, like online, and have our table here, but can I look up by where I would find them? Maybe it wasn't this book. Hope this is the right bestiary. Oh, it fucking wasn't. Oh my god, it was in this book the whole fucking time. I want this to be a thing. It's a colossal wood. This gigantic construct looks like a walking mansion. Its body and limbs composed of various rooms. I want that to be a thing. So we're gonna put it here. So we've got walking around. We've got Wood Colossus and Baba Yaga's horsemen. Rename them, please. Yeah, I don't want to use Baba Yaga. Baba Yaga. Forever home inside its corpse. Oh god. Mortgage free. Unless a person died, then you have to live with their death in your hand. Damn, I'm sorry. Still messaging me. Thanks for letting me bug you. It's all good, Jax. Thanks for stopping by. Have a good night. Have fun playing D&D. Or, Pathfinder. Alright, So we've got some big baddies. We've got the city that's inside it, or town, or whatever, that's inside it, that will have a dungeon in it. We've got some ways for us to prolong sessions with big fights. That could tie into the campaign. Alright, let's move down. Location type. This is a forest. Yeah. Hey, Jax, thanks for the follow. Appreciate you. Describe the location's geographical features. Is this terrain a plain, a mountain, or rolling hills? Does it have access to fresh water via a river or lake? Is it on the edge of a sea or an ocean? I'm very bad at coming up with these things like on the spot, so I'm gonna have to keep this off to the side. We can use kind of the same description as we did before. Set deep within the I don't know a different descriptor word. We can just use deep within the foothills of the Black Downs. The withered willows is a forest comprised solely, that's also not how you spell that. Solely of decayed and dying weeping willows, weeping willow trees. There is a expansive forest comprised solely of decayed and dying weeping willow trees. What else? It lies between the Dwarven this is just for like, what does it look like? Not where does it look like? You know. What else? What else? What else? Let's move on. Ruler owner, no ruler owner, no organization, parent location, no parent location. Damn it. Gotta go back. Expansive forest comprised solely of decayed and dying weeping willow trees. Is there fresh water? No. I guess a river would run through it, but I don't have a river on the map to run through it. The views and natural beauty of the location. I want to convey that it's like, when you see it, you kind of like get a little bit of a chill. You know, maybe there's like a scent that's kind of off-putting. And it is a very view-dominating, like, you see it and you're like, oh shit. Let's see. I don't know if I don't know which description things to put here and somewhere else. I'm so bad at words. Is it at the edge of a sea or on an ocean? Okay, okay. The forest spans from the blank sea, ocean, to the blank sea, because I don't have names for the ocean things yet. I think I might have said a name for the, like, this northern thing here. Can't read your text. Your phone screen's too small. Cervanti. Welcome. Hope you're having a great night, man. Spans from sea to sea, sea to shining sea. Cutting off regular travel to the extreme northeastern cities. A single unkempt road bisects the forest snaking through the foothills. I don't know if that's too many descriptors. I don't know. Wide awake, so you're watching Twitch. I mean, I'm wide awake too. We're actually going to be ending kind of soon. Maybe once I finish this paragraph, just because we've been live for a little over 3 hours now. Snaking through... I don't know. All of these articles require me to go back after a certain amount of time and rewrite because, like, kind of forgetting them and rereading them, like, jogs your memory, you know? It gives you fresh eyes on a sentence that maybe made sense before but doesn't now. There was once a... Whoa! Misconfirmed. I almost said misconfirmed. Misconfined. Thanks for the follow. Appreciate you. There was once a raging river giving... Now I don't want too much like anecdotal description here in the geography, right? Hey Mark, what's up? Lurk? Thanks for the lurk, brother. There was once a raging river, now dried up and what else? There's once a... no. Don't keep going with that. There's once a raging river, now dried up. That led down the Black Downs into the blank sea. Sure. Instead of withered willows, can it call it hardened willows or stone willows? Make an ancient petrified forest. So we've kind of got some petrified stuff going on, like down here. This portion of the land was cut off from magic, and that's like kind of what was keeping it alive. So this part is like all dried up and kind of petrified like that. The withered willows only exists because I like willow trees and I liked the name withered willows. So if we have a petrified forest, it will exist elsewhere. But I appreciate the help and we'll definitely use it. Use some help. Yeah, I don't like this sentence, but you know, we'll keep going. 1 a.m. world building. Oh yeah. Na Liao. Is that it sounds like a Chinese name. Could also just not be a Chinese name. The alliteration is great. Yeah, I have a lot of that. Just because it's, you know. We've got Orum's Orchard. Aram's Orchard because he's not as good. What else? Withered Willows. I don't think I wrote down. I didn't write down very many names, actually. I have a whole fucking Google Doc. From a Yu-Gi-Oh card you hardly messed up when you was 12. Program using. And is it for online play? No, it's not for online play, but it can be used for that. I'm using Wonder Draft for the map, and World Anvil is a online website that's free that I highly recommend. It is basically a Wikipedia for your campaign. So, you know, we did geography. They have these like neat little things that you can just like click it and it'll give you like prompts and asks you like to describe this thing. Like I clicked on geography because I want to make a forest, and it asked me to name it, to give a little bit of a cool intro to it, to say what kind of location type it is, geography, flora, natural resources, you know, things like that. And the coolest thing about this is that because it creates a sort of Wikipedia type effect, you can link all of your articles together. Like say I want, you know, I have Shahalsin, I can't even fucking pronounce it. It's not meant to be an English word. Snake people, you know? I have this mentioned here, like slightly. This paragraph was just from me writing shit down. So when I write about this city here, I can just like add this, and it'll bring up all my currently published articles, and I can link to it. Just like in a Wikipedia article, you might see a blue link that you can click, and you know you can go to zoom to a new article. So you can link all these together, and you can also search like. I guess this won't work. Malagar. So you can search via article or via like things in articles. You know, it's pretty fucking cool. They also have like a little like to-do list. Create a world. Describe a species. Give life to an important individual. Tell a secret. You know. And it's useful with literally any system you might use. And it's fucking free, dude. Like, highly recommend it. Need a name for the sea? I have the sea name somewhere. Let me see. Let me see. Get it. I have it here, I think. Way back. So I was describing, here we go, the Sea of Nosdir. I don't know if I'm going to keep that, but, you know. You DM your first game on Tuesday, so you figure you watch some others build? Nice, dude. Are you going out of a book or your own shit? It's exhilarating and scary at the same time. What else? I say we have been streaming for about 3 hours. I'm going to say after I write another couple sentences, probably going to call it quits for the night. Just because it's about the time we normally wrap up. What else can we put? You can also talk about the views. Let's see. View. The forest emanates a particular scent. I don't know how to say that. What? Is that not a word? There we go. A sea of mass. Over the centuries, there have been hundreds of ships lost on that sea. So many shallow areas with reefs and sandbars. The shipwreck sink and masts can be seen as far as one can see. I like that. This kind of like graveyard of ships. Kind of like that. I can see that being like a, even like a tactic used. Maybe there was like some sort of battle near a city or near a coast, and this one faction decided to like, they know where they're gonna land, they know where they're gonna port, so let's bring in some magic sand, I guess, and dump it into the ocean to create like sandbars where they wouldn't expect them to be. So then they all just like fucking pew, and they all die. Creating the Sea of Mass. And something like that in your map, only using a rocky cape to kind of entice ships to take the longer route. Is that an actual place, sir? Forest emanates, can't talk, particular scent that might turn one's stomach. All of these sentences need to be revisited, but this gets the point across for right now. Let's type a different sentence first. The willows can be seen from due to their low elevation compared to the Black Downs. They stretch as far as the eye can see from coast to coast. I know we said that up top a little bit, but like I said, I'm just trying to get thoughts down. I want to find an eloquent way to say when you see them, you get a feeling in the back of your head Like, I shouldn't be here. This is not a place that I am meant to go. Simply laying eyes on the forest. Could drive weak-willed individuals mad. Let's say crazy, because we're not European. Yes, it is. It's the area around Bermuda. So much seaweed for miles. Sailing ships ever since the time of Columbus. Interesting. Like, this is the most difficult part about creating a map. I know fucking zero about actual shit. Like, plate tectonics, the way mountains... Like, I understand the basic concepts of things, but I'm not an expert. You know, I didn't go to school for this type of thing. You know, I know that rivers flow down, you know? But, like, this shit... This doesn't make any goddamn sense. It looks like shit. IMO. So I'm, like, working on it, trying to make it better, you know? But, like... I know very little, so it's tough. I have to, like, learn it as I go. They're like, flora and fauna. What kind of trees and animals live here? I'm like, I don't fucking know. Squirrels? Just squirrels. And I hope everyone's having a good Wednesday. I guess it's now Thursday. Oh, shit. Almost the end of the week, boy. I'm not doing anything this weekend, am I? I don't think so. They get caught in it and sit dead in the water. Dude, I can't imagine, like, being on a wooden ship. Like, I've been on pirate ships. Like, there's one that only sails, like, a mile out and a mile back. And it's like a ship from, like, the 1800s. And it only sails on, like, particularly windy days. As far as I know. I can't imagine not seeing any land, being stranded because there's no wind, there's no clouds, it's just the sun beating down on whoever's on the fucking deck. Nothing, still water, just nothing. It's however you want it to be. I mean, there's a little bit of that, but I also like having a little bit of realism because that makes things relatable. There's like, okay, I'll go through the light descriptor. I'm gonna save this. I think we're done describing this for right now. Let's go back to Amberfall. Amberfall I've spent the most amount of time on. I didn't even make a fucking vignette. But Amberfall exists here. Zoom in, fucker. Is the central hub of this portion of the world. Something, oh yeah, Rocky Cape, yeah. And this ring around it isn't like a ring of water. It is a 8-foot, or not 8-foot, 800-foot chasm, like deep chasm, 200 feet wide, 800 feet down. Like dug chasm, and across them are magically floating bridges that can turn and you know, shut out the outside world. So I get a little bit of creative with the magic in that sense. But I try to keep things somewhat realistic and at least a little bit believable, because I think it adds a little bit to it. All right, guys, that's gonna do it for me. I can't talk any longer. My voice has been acting up all day. I appreciate everyone for stopping by. Your time is very important, and your little eyeballs are very cute. So I appreciate it. But I will be live again tomorrow, 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I think I'm going to start again tomorrow with more of this. And then at the end of the night, we'll move into Dead by Daylight or something. Maybe back to the regular game, because I don't want to play any more Ghostface. I appreciate everyone for stopping by, for all the hosts and the raids, and the lurks. You guys are very important to me. Hope you all have a great night and a great Thursday tomorrow. I'll see you tomorrow, 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Have a good night.